What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Right here, we'll be watching some interesting and unsettling videos that will make you question our reality. 大家好，我是大金，欢迎回到我的频道。在这里呢，我们会一起来看一些那些在网络上面流传的一些奇异的、挑战人们认知的一些影片哦。那我们话不多说，赶快开始吧 ，Let's go！
What you're seeing is the absolute latest in humanoid robots. This is the Figure 3. And I gotta be honest, robot development is officially starting to feel a little bit like Black Mirror. Figure 3 is 5'8", 134 pounds, and engineered to think and act like a human. Now this version was specifically designed for in-home use. So it can do laundry, wash dishes, serve drinks, deliver packages. It even charges wirelessly through its feet. It kind of just stands creepily on that charging pad until it wakes up and starts doing more chores. Now 12,000 people are gonna have one of these in their home in the next 12 months. 100,000 people will have one in the next 4 years. It's pretty wild. But as cool as it looks, the most interesting part about this is not the robot itself. The most interesting part is Figure's AI training system called Helix. Every Figure robot has a bunch of cameras and sensors in its face and both of its hands. So as it does more tasks, it's watching and learning from the world around it. But the learning isn't just to help the one robot doing it. The skills are feeding back to the global AI system, which automatically upskills the entire robot fleet. And you can see where this is going. Just like ChatGPT gets better the more people that use it, the more robots that do stuff in the world, the faster they all get smarter. What you're watching are the very early innings of another massive tech supercycle. And Black Mirror or not, we are officially entering the beginning of the robot age.
Yeah, like the game I was playing, the Detroit Become Human, it's coming to us soon. And I was checking, like for Figure 3 right now is retail at around 20,000. That's not completely unaffordable. All right.
The company that puts spy cameras all over your city built a secret backdoor for ICE, and your local police have no idea. The city of Auburn, Washington just released a bombshell press release. They discovered that U.S. Border Patrol was secretly accessing their Flock security cameras without permission. Flock sold the cameras to the city to catch criminals, but they hid a feature called the National Lookup, which gave federal immigration agencies a direct pipeline to the city's surveillance network. Auburn's police department was so horrified they immediately shut the entire system down. But here's the terrifying question. Auburn is just one of over 5,000 police departments using Flock cameras. How many of them have no idea ICE is looking through their cameras right now?
And the question is, Auburn, Washington is not even like a border state.
Y'all look, it's $33 because she put her American Express. They scam me.
Okay, so I went through and read through Uber's terms of use, and they can actually do this. Okay, so here's what's going on. The person was trying to call an Uber in Atlanta, and they quoted her $33 when she used her American Express, but then when she switched her payment to Visa, then it became $20. Weird. Now, according to an Uber spokesperson, they say that we want to be clear that Uber's pricing tech does not set different prices for riders according to the payment type they use. But that is not what their terms of service says, okay? It says right here, quote, prices for product or menu items displayed through the services may not be the lowest price at which the product or menu items are sold. And that Uber is a, quote, personalized digital marketplace platform, meaning prices specifically tailored to you. Also, a lot of Amex cards offer an annual Uber credit. For example, this gold card offers cardholders $120 of Uber cash per year. But now some travel bloggers are reporting that Uber is also charging higher prices if you have those credits in your account. And Uber's terms of service also allows this as well. It says right here, quote, certain users may from time to time receive promotional offers and discounts that result in different amounts charged for the same or similar services of goods obtained through the use of the services. The lesson here is always read the fine print, people.
So you are really not taking any advantage at all by using the American Express.
There are some crazy things going on in the world right now. A 34-year-old blind man can now see after having his tooth implanted in his eye. I have to read more. He apparently spent over 2 decades trying to find a solution for his vision, and apparently his tooth was pulled, then flattened, and then a small hole was drilled into the center so that it could be used like a lens. And the crazy thing is they use a tooth because the body has a less likely chance of seeing it as a foreign object and rejecting it. The things we can do as humans, wow. Apparently the Ghost of Yote's director celebrated the delay of GTA 6 so that they can release their game without any distraction. I've played a few hours of it and it's pretty great. Police in Germany were called to investigate a suspected ding-dong ditcher. When the police got to the scene, they just realized there was a slug on top of their Ring doorbell button. A woman from Virginia asked ChatGPT to generate her lottery ticket numbers. ChatGPT got 4 out of 5 of them right, and she won $150,000.
Oh, nice. I want ChatGPT to generate my lotto number too.
This place is the weirdest place ever. Ever. I will die on that hill. You get there and you think this is the only one of these things. There are 12 perfectly carved buildings that are into the mountain. And just like in India, you cannot make a mistake, and there are none, like it was laser carved, which is ironic because these guys made it. We don't know who originally built it. We don't know where all the rubble from carving this stuff went, and we don't know what tool they used. All we have are clues from other ancient quarries like Japan. The oldest stuff on this planet uses whatever tool that was. The Inca call this style Hanampacha. You can see the stuff on Machu Picchu and Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Dome of the Rock, the most holy place on earth, right up the street from the oldest parts of Jordan where Petra is. This makes Petra nearly impossible to accurately date. This building was carved at the same time as this building, allegedly. The place is so heavily eroded, I had to put a line on every man-made cut on this part of the mountain. We don't know what this was. What was that used for? Even at the treasury, how do we know that this is not just a really eroded that? And here's why we don't know. Because under the main part, the treasury, there is a 2-story we don't know under it. Only 15% of this place has been excavated. You can still see the ones that haven't, but did you see the one up here? There's hundreds of these. I haven't even talked about the mysterious stuff. Jordan is an incredible place to visit. I make these videos because the more attention these sites get, the more they excavate. Punch the share button. Tell them we want to dig more.
Yeah.
Meteor was seen burning up over Moscow in Russia, right? And this has been reported on multiple different platforms. Some saying it's a meteorite, some saying it's a satellite or some sort of space debris, and others are saying it's a UFO. But what we can say is that the green nature of this burning meteorite or space debris definitely kind of coincides with nickel or iron deposits. When it gets superheated, it glows a green. But also, depending on the level of the atmosphere where this is burning up, the oxygen burning up, superheated, can also give it a green sheen. But it seems like a massive object, whatever this is, because the light being emitted from this thing is pretty damn intense, I'm going to say, right? The bolide was traveling from east to west, which is unusual for most satellites, which typically fly from west to east. The angular velocity was 4 degrees per second. So this was traveling quite slow in the grand scheme of like meteorites and things of that nature. But this isn't the first instance we've witnessed as of recent of meteorites burning up through our atmosphere. And all I'm going to say is, through our atlas is also nickel. I'll leave you with that.
All right.
Project Iceworm.
Project Iceworm.
Cold War era. US and Russia did a lot of weird things during the Cold War era. There's an ice sheet over Greenland, and it's taller than any building in New York City. Here comes the United States of America. They made a deal with Greenland, like, hey, can we just basically occupy this couple tens of thousands of miles in the northern part of Greenland? And they're like, yeah, sure. They had this genius idea. We're just gonna bore giant tunnels into the ice, put buildings inside of there. Their goal was to set up 600 nuclear missiles underground in the ice in Greenland. What they did not account for is that this ice sheet over Greenland constantly moves. They ended up pulling out and just abandoning the whole site. During this stay, they did drill into the ice and they hit the ancient floor of Greenland.
Wow.
And they collected soil samples and they brought it up and they just forgot about it for years. And then in 2019, somebody's like, what are those jars? Oh, they're from the 60s when we went to Greenland and found ancient Earth? Let's study it. The conclusion that they found was that this ice sheet over Greenland is not millions of years old, much younger than that, and it's actually melting at a rapid pace. At Project Iceworm, they had dumped tons and tons of nuclear waste into the ice, thinking that it would be there for millions of years. And now they're saying this nuclear waste will be in our ocean in 70 to 100 years.
Somebody go clean it up right now.
They've tried.
Listen, if there's a hole for a tunnel, we just make a big vacuum at the top that covers and suctions to the top. Suck it all up!
And shoot it into space.
Wow, 70 to 100 years. So that's like when? Oh yeah, I saw the news.
Stop! Keep going! No! No! Keep going! No, this way!
Everybody is telling him to stop and telling him to keep going. Stop, keep going. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do.
Yes! Oh my God.
So I don't know who should be fired. Like, I don't know who should catch the most flack, the people working there or the parents, because I'm never letting my small child get on a roller coaster by themselves like that.
But how did he even get up there in the first place?
That's the question.
That's the question. Because how do the parents...
Everybody's fired.
How do the parents get so neglectful to where the kid is on a monorail track? To where the track, they have the monorail just go through at any time. So like...
Literally. And shout out to the guy that just jumped up there and got that kid, because that could have ended bad.
So worst parents of the year go to...
CPS, please. Call Child Protective Services.
ASAP.
Because there's no reason why a 6 or 7-year-old child should be walking a fucking roller coaster.
How did he get up there? That's the question.
The FBI found bodies sewn together like Frankenstein in a human chop shop in Arizona.
Described as unsettling, but it sounds a whole lot worse. One FBI agent revealing what it was really like inside the Phoenix body donation facility. In 2014, he saw everything from buckets of heads, arms, and legs when the FBI raided the building.
Confused and angry. We thought this was going to be doing some good.
He even spotted a smaller head sewn onto a larger torso in a, quote, Frankenstein manner. Body parts piled on top of each other inside Biological Resource Center, where families donated their loved ones for medical research. Some say the company violated everything they promised. The limbs, according to that agent, with no apparent identification. The company sued months after the FBI raided families claiming their loved ones weren't treated with dignity and respect, a promise written on their own consent forms. The company also accused of selling body parts for profit after saying they'd only use the parts they needed and would cremate the ones they didn't and return them. A torso with a head apparently went for $2,400, a leg about $1,100. They'd even sell knees and feet alone for under $500.
What the hell? It's a company. If they didn't get busted, we have a company just like that. You can buy human parts. What the hell?
So this is how you tell if the voice of your soul is trying to speak to you. Listen as Dr. Anna Yusim explains these important signs on intuition and synchronicity.
We talked about how do you listen to the voice of your soul? And the internal way to do it is through intuition, which is the voice of the soul. Now, the external way to connect to intuition is through synchronicity, term coined by psychologist Carl Jung to describe the co-occurrence of two things that are not causally related. So synchronicities are the external way to get intuitive guidance from the universe. Intuition is the internal way to do that. I was on a trip to Ukraine with the Kabbalah Center. And on that trip one night, I woke up with this midnight panic attacks. And I'm like, what is happening? And then I felt compelled to check my email and found out that literally 1 minute prior, a patient of mine had emailed me that he was feeling suicidal. By virtue of my having received that email exactly when I did, I was able to call my patient and literally and figuratively talk him off the ledge. The very fact that I awakened like this, called my patient, it was so meaningful to both him and myself. And so question is, how do we get more people to connect with people on that level? You know, the answer is really to do your own work and to look as deep as you can within yourself, always, and to connect to your own soul, listen to your soul, connect to your intuition, know who you are, know the difference between the voice of your soul and your intuition, which is the same thing, and all the other voices that you can hear.
Listen to your intuition.
Everyone's attracted to narcissistic people. They're charming, they're charismatic, they're confident. They're, and research has shown they're often rated as more attractive than other people. They take good care of their bodies. They know lots of interesting things. They're so concerned about hip cred that they are like, they know the cool restaurants. All of us have been indoctrinated to think that these are the people we're supposed to be dating, right? Who says no to charm, charisma, and attractiveness? Even with the vulnerable narcissistic folks, you'll say, really? Someone's going to be attracted to sullen and resentful? Well, that's not how they come off when you first meet them. Many times a vulnerable narcissistic person looks like a vulnerable child who needs to be rescued. So if you like rescuing people or puppies or any small vulnerable creature, that's going to seem actually very attractive to you. So we're all attracted to them.
And that's where it gets dangerous. So be careful, be careful.
Seen a video from 2017 in Jalisco of a Jesus Christ statue moving in the middle of La Misa. It's quick, it's in the beginning. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know how people want to take that kind of like a miracle in a way.
Yeah.
Or other people, say it's like supernatural, creepy thing. It is paranormal, though.
Of course, yeah.
At the end of the day, bro, because if you see a statue or anything that's not human move, it gives you a little bit like of a...
Catches you off guard.
But what it reminded me of was a movie.
Oh, okay.
It's a very, very old movie. It's a vintage movie that I watched as a kid. It's called Marcelino Pan y Vino.
I've never seen that.
So what the movie is basically about is this little boy, he's an orphan. His name is Marcelino, right? He gets taken into this monastery with all the Catholic and religious monks. And obviously he's a kid, bro. So very mischievous. And one day he sneaks into the attic of the monastery.
Okay.
And he sees a giant crucifix of Jesus. And he starts talking to the statue. And eventually, over time of the movie, the statue starts talking back to him.
What the fuck?
Having regular conversation with him, saying like you shouldn't be bad and stuff.
Yeah, I can never understand how that happened. Like statue move their head or like eyes close or open. Yeah, it's really odd. Ooh, that was a human shape. Yeah, that looked like human shape or it's just a shadow.
She was alone in the room when the ghost struck. A mother was having a shower while her daughter was playing alone downstairs when the Ring camera captures a ghost attack.
Tricked her into a trap, letting him gain his confidence, win a few hands just to see what his tendencies are. But then she goes for the throat.
Within 4 hours, Sally has queened Victorello, winning the entire $100,000 pot.
Frequently in a poker game like this, because the stakes are so high, emotions are so high, often these disputes are carried away from the poker game. You would become so angry that you would...
Something falls towards her, then she says ow, and holds her arm while feeling a sharp pain, and a bag drops on its own. After her mum looked at her arm, the evidence was indisputable. Something sinister had left a big red mark on it.
On this? Come get on this. Okay. What are you a singer?
Well, we're in grad school for music therapy.
Oh, music therapy? Oh, that's fire.
Music
But you
therapy.
sing too?
Yes.
What do you like to sing to?
I like to sing, like, do you know Hiatus Coyote?
Oh yeah, that music is like pretty insane though.
Yeah, it is pretty insane. But like neo soul, jazz, like that kind of stuff.
Can I make you a beat and you'll sing?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Walking on this Sunday night, I can see the morning lights. Get so cold in the soul. No matter where I go or where you're from, you spread the love.
I spread the love.
spread the love where I'm walking and sprouting all the trees and the flowers quick blossom. Put a little rain on and let it grow. I'll put my work in and I'll let it show.
Alright, and that's it for today's video. If you like this type of video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Spread the love, spread the love, spread the love, spread the love. I don't know where it's from or where it goes, but I spread it, don't you know? I spread the love. Yeah, I gotta spread the love where I'm walking and sprouting all the trees and the flowers quick blossom. Put a little rain on and let it grow. I'll put my work in and I'll let it show. Let it show.
You see me? Do you see your reflection?
Chords in the background, add a progression. Give that attention. This is the lesson.